Woo! Good morning. Welcome to morning meditations. I'm inside. And you know why? Because it's still raining. And apparently, I looked up the weather report at the top of the mountain. It's called the top of the tram above San Jacinto. And there is a winter storm warning up there. It's 27 degrees, raining. And I'm guessing that as soon as those clouds clear, that storm is over, we're going to have snow. So, since we're inside, welcome to morning meditations. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale out and inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. I just feel so activated today. My meditation's a little erratic today because I'm activated by the weather, by the clouds, by the rain, and just, I don't know, so many things. So what arose actually after yesterday's meditation where we discussed triggers was boundaries, setting boundaries. I'm not very good at that. With some people I am, but with my children, I haven't been really good at setting boundaries in the past. I'm one of those, truly deeply devoted moms who will do anything for my kids, drop it all and go rushing to their side to do whatever their bidding is. Can you babysit? If they're sick, I'll, fly across country to make them soup. And so I get really involved in their lives, and that's been hard for me to extract myself from their feelings. When they were little growing up, and they wouldn't get invited to a party, or somebody would hurt their feelings, I would upset me. And I knew that was reactive, and so I tried not to express it or show it. I think I did a pretty good job with my younger two because I was much more awakened with those two than I was with my first one. And so that's really served them well, is to not take things personally, because I always did as a kid. But my younger two have we broke that link. We broke that dysfunctional link. So taking things personally, that actually has to do, I think, with boundary setting. Because if you set clear boundaries, then it's only when someone crosses them, that you might get upset. How do you know? Let me take a sip of this warm fluid. I'm in a different spot. This is cool. So how do you know when someone has crossed your boundary? You will feel something. You will feel uncomfortable with if they said something or did something. It will stress you out, and you will feel resentment. So that's how you know your boundary's been crossed. So when you have that feeling arise of resentment, or you feel stressed out with what they've said or done, that's your red flag. Okay? So in that moment, you go, wait, I'm resentful that they just said that. Like yesterday, I spoke about triggers, and they make you, you're triggered by certain things. And like someone says, I did something inappropriate. That's my trigger. And I felt resentment from that. I felt resentment. I felt a lack of respect. And so that was a red flag that my boundary isn't clear. And so So I'm going to be more direct with that human and that interaction to set up a time. I invited them to have a conversation with me when we both can be direct and honest and truthful and hear one another out. Like I said yesterday, we just want to be heard. And I felt that I wasn't being heard, and that person also probably felt like they weren't being heard too. So setting boundary is not easy. You have to really understand yourself to set these boundaries, and you also have to put guilt aside, especially with your parents, your children, your brothers and sisters, and your family who have these expectations of you, and then they try to put guilt or shame, or or they're disappointed in you when you don't do when they cross your boundaries. You will know it because you're resentful. So just be aware of those feelings and think about your boundaries and the boundary that you are uncomfortable with being crossed. Mine is, and I knew when I felt resentment yesterday that someone had crossed a boundary. And it was because of me, because I hadn't said any. And so I'm going to make that clear in a loving, compassionate way. I'm not going to say, hey, you crossed my boundary. I'm not going to do that. I am going to do it in a mature, thoughtful, and I really have to know what my boundaries are. So that may take some time. This culture, we don't really learn about boundaries. Different cultures have very clear boundaries about what's right or wrong, or I don't like to use the word right or wrong because those are judgmental, and those change. Those are all subject to personal opinions. So anyway, I'll be thinking about boundary setting. If you are interested in doing some research on boundary setting, I think it's really healthy to do it. I know I'm going to, and I invite all of us to set boundaries. I know, right? This wallpaper is ridiculous. And it's velvet. It's so crazy. Look how, can you see all this beauty that's out there today? My goddess, it's just so pretty. And what else? Oh, this show that I would love to do with Madison, if he's still listening. I would invite all of you actually to the thoughts behind it. The idea is to travel around to you, and you show me what's awesome about you and your life, and things that you're proud of, or things in your territory, area, city, county, that's special and unique. Roadside attractions, Americana. I want to know. I want to experience your fabulousness. And some of you may think that you don't have that, but I disagree. I think we all have amazing things. Maybe you are really into rodeos or really into crystals. The cannabis industry is really exciting, and I don't know much about it. I just, the quirky stuff that we do, the adventures we go on, the things that I've never heard of, and you are really into, your passions, and I want to know more about that. So tell me about it. Tell me about your experiences that you want to show others around the world that we may not know about, okay? Oh yeah, one more thing. So I don't know if the lighting in here is just better than outside under the trees, but I, like most of us, succumb to purchasing something on Instagram. Grr, that promised to get rid of my under eye circles and puffiness, and I think it looks better. I'll have to go back under the tree to really see if it makes it look better. But from here, oh my gosh, color science or something. I don't know. I just clicked on it. And I got it in the mail and used it today. So it's not a bad thing, actually. Anyways, I'm going to go out in the world today. I'm going to go out. It's so hard to leave this place. It's a sanctuary, but I love you. And go about your day. Think about boundaries. If you don't know how to set them, there's all kinds of Google research. 10 things to do to set boundaries. I'm not that person. I can teach you about them, okay? As a matter of fact, you teach me. Yes, I'm new to that. And your triggers are what and where your boundaries are, okay? And all right, much love. Be love. Judge less, love more, okay? You're my beautiful friends and loves. Mwah. I love you.